to
He
those
does.
platforms, then those platforms add to his music consumption.
That I don't agree with that.
I
I
agree with
think
that.
I
that's
don't
true.
I don't
Hold on,
think
wait. I agree with that now, but I think the reason why he was able to get to that level of value is because of the way they poured into him
yes.
before.
That's not
So
true.
yes,
I
that's
agree.
That's
true.
not true. What incentive would they have had back then to do that on the
Well,
company side?
we're not talking about
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Drake's company, Frozen Moments, filed a petition in a New York court on Monday, accusing the streaming service Spotify and Universal Music Group of conspiring to inflate the streams of Kendrick Lamar's hit diss track, Not Like Us. Not Like Us being the result of Kendrick Lamar and Drake's year-long beef, broke records on the Billboard rap charts, retaining the top spot all summer. Frozen Moments, which is described in the filing as an entity wholly owned by Drake, alleges that Universal Music Group launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves with Not Like Us via bots and pay-for-play agreements. The filing alleges the song was licensed to Spotify at a 30% discount in exchange for a boost in recommendation to users. The track now has over 900 million streams on Spotify. That's according to the service. The petition also alleges UMG used bots to drive up streams on Not Like Us, paid radio promoters to increase airplay, and even paid tech giant Apple to have its voice assistant Siri misdirect users to Kendrick Lamar's hit song.
And can I throw something out there
Yeah,
while
of course.
so you
Go
can
ahead.
answer that while you're speaking? So are we going to, and this is where some of like the conversation gets a bit muddy and it gets we then temper in delusion a little bit. Do we want to believe that there was not a machine behind the skyrocketing success of some of Drake's releases, especially Scorpion?
Yes,
We
that's
don't
what they've
think
been in
that
here trying to
Scorpion.
say.
We do we not remember being on Apple Music and going on Spotify and seeing Drake's face on every playlist you can imagine that had nothing to do with his music, and we're gonna say that that was all fan focused and that was not machine driven?
I think Ian is going back to so far gone.
Let me
Okay.
He must be.
let me
Gotta be, because
let
I
me
remember I was outside, Joe.
No,
I was
Ian,
What-
please
outside
answer the
during Scorpion.
question.
when
Please answer the
I'm
question,
allowed to
Ian.
respond, I will. Hello? Can I talk?
That was fucked up
Go
how you
ahead,
just
Ian.
took that
Go ahead.
pause. Go ahead, Ian. Come on
Okay.
now.
We ain't flip. We ain't flip. You can't son us. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to son anyone.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Ian.
Okay. Here's my thought. My thought is when Drake became very, very popular and adopted by everyone who loved his music, Apple streaming wasn't even what it was today, what it is today. It was something very different. And Drake was so popular, putting him as the face helped Apple Music. Apple Music didn't necessarily help Drake the way you think it did. I think it's reverse. I think the
Well,
music
I was
consumption.
referencing Spotify.
Okay, Spotify, Apple. I think Drake adds
Okay.
more value to
He
those
does.
platforms than those platforms add to his music consumption.
That I don't agree with that.
I agree with
think
that.
that's true.
I don't
Hold on,
think.
wait. I agree with that now, but I think the reason why he was able to get to that level of value is because of the way they poured into him
Yes.
before.
That's not
So
true.
yes, that's
That's
true.
not true. What incentive would they have had back then to do that on the company
we're
side?
not talking about on the come up, but I do think that there is a level. So for example, a lot of what Drake can rest his hat on has to do with he's been a number one artist for this span of time. He has not had ebbs and flows in his success because there has also been a machine pushing him.
Absolutely
So that's what
incorrect. Absolutely incorrect.
So there's no machine behind Drake at all from start to finish.
I didn't say that.
Hold on.
So that's what are we talking
Okay,
about?
well,
That's what I'm
hold on.
saying.
So
Can I
wait a minute. Me and Jonay are on the same side. Can you professionals explain to us how you're coming to the conclusion that the machine wasn't responsible?
Here's what a machine is, guys. Let me break the news to everyone. A machine just means you have a really good team. That's it. Stop with all the bullshit. Everyone uses this word machine as if it's like this button someone presses behind the scenes and then all of a sudden your career is magically amazing. That is not true.
Okay, well, Ian, that's not what being said. That's not what's being said. Let me be very clear. So I also was one of the people that read the documents, and one of the things in the petition, Drake mentioned that at UMG there were people that were loyal to him that were fired, and he believed that that had to do with some of the issues behind the scenes. So if he believed that he had a certain level of loyalty and relationship behind the scenes with this giant UMG, what are you saying? I think that's where maybe I'm lost, and I'm okay to learn today, but help me to understand if this man is saying, hey, I have a certain level of relationship equity with Lucian, with UMG, I have this deal, I have these people behind the scenes. Those are not created or developed for just to say I have it. He's using that to his advantage for his career, or has in the past.
But that's all we're talking about is his professional career. It's not like that's out of context, and it doesn't make him a criminal. That makes him.
It doesn't. But I think what Elle and I are saying is it's okay when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. Meaning it's okay when you get the benefits of having the relationships and having quote unquote the label connections that would push. Say there was. My thing is okay.
I don't think Drake.
We don't think that during the back-to-backs.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't think the issue is what you're saying. I think the issue is Drake's success is truly built off of people wanting to consume and replay his music. What he's pointing at is a falsified sense of popularity that is being perpetuated by certain platforms that have strategic partnerships with the labels. Period. That's it.
And I think the same thing happened with Drake. Hold on, let me say this real quick, because I think you are misrepresenting. Like when I say machine, you doing this kind of, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. It's not just a button. I'm talking about a machine in the same way it's described in that petition. He is describing a machine, some people who conspired together to blow up a song. When you blow up a song like that, it increases the organic followship of the song, because I've heard this song 20 times now. I may go and play the song. So it's not that there are no organic listeners, but the false impressions is what led to the organic listeners. So what I'm saying is I think that same machine has been working for Drake years ago, when before everybody just loved Drake, but Drake flooded the market and you heard his shit so much that Drake became a mainstay. So I'm not talking about a magical button that I think you press that makes everything blow up. I'm talking about the same system he's describing in that petition. So he benefited from that, which I know he benefited from that, because I remember when everybody
I totally disagree about. I want to just make a point. When Drake started becoming popular and his music started flying, Spotify was not even a public company, let alone in this.
But you keep going. But why do you keep going to the beginning?
Please, ladies, y'all voices ain't cute. Not when y'all screaming together in unison. Let him land and then attack.
That was hate.
Well, we know he's correct. If you're trying to unite the hood, you can't leave him out.
Yeah,
can't leave him out. Yo, before we leave this Kendrick shit, I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
I wonder who that would be.
I'm hearing that I'm hearing that somebody picked up the phone, tried to call and see what the energy was. I'm hearing that Kendrick didn't answer.
Well, he told us in his letter, I go without a phone for months anyway. Don't call my phone.
Yeah, but if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you don't answer, it's like what Mark told fucking Flip when they had their shit. Now I'm going in the booth. You have until I get in that booth to hit me back.
I don't want to hit you back. Don't. Go in the booth. Go in the booth.
Let's stay there for a second.
Are we talking about Wayne?
Yes. I'm hearing that Wayne went in the booth.
Who? Oh, Lord.
Love Wayne. Somebody.
All right, hold on.
With her feelings?
Pause. I've been hearing y'all whispers, but we're not gonna act like Wayne is coming to play. I've been hearing y'all whispers. I mean, I know Kendrick is on the high. I rock with him, but Wayne not coming to play. Let's not play around.
What history shows you that?
I ain't got no
What
evidence.
history tells you that Wayne ain't coming to play?
I can't do the musical with you, my nigga. You know more than me.
I'm just asking.
You gonna kill me?
What Wayne verse in his entire career tells you he ready to dance?
That's all I'm saying.
They pointing his Rap City freestyle. They talking to him.
The one that live from the 504? What he said, I don't have time to deal with Willie the Squid?
Yeah.
That's not going to work against Kendrick Lamar.
I'm aware. I'm just telling you what they pointing to. You ask the question. I'm just trying to have the convo.
You love them. That's all it is. You really a traitor, huh?
How am I I'm a realist. I'm going to tell the truth.
Well, they pointing to that little segment where it seemed like a lot of the shit from what mixtape was that was aiming at Hove.
Well, he had on a Freaky Zeke Beat Without Bass record where he says, Your old ass rappers better stay on tour. You like 44? I got a 44. Yeah. I'm 24. I can murk you and come on when I'm 44.
Yeah.
Nice little 4-4 flip.
That's fire.
Come on,
that is fire.
It's a
freeze.
That's fire.
That is fire.
It's fire to you here, Kendrick. I'm just saying that's not elite battle rapper bars. It's a dope. I liked it, but I'm just saying like Wayne has never demonstrated that he's ready for.
Wait, Mark, you just said Cassidy, bro. Like what? That's my man. Like
bullshit.
No, Cassidy's my man too.
Y'all say these names, bro. Again.
I'm just saying what he said.
Don't say Cassidy today.
The Philadelphia.
This is one of the most important podcasts we've ever recorded. Don't Bahama DM me to death. Shout out to them. What are you saying?
These niggas is bullshit. Please tell me how.
I don't know what that means.
Yo, dog.
Who's dog? Ice?
Rappers are rappers, right? Mm-hmm. Some niggas can really, really, really rap.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wayne is one of them. But some of them can't battle.
Start elite, how do you know that?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. That's all I'm saying.
So don't just discount it. If a nigga brain works and a nigga can rap how they've been rapping for the last 20 years, I'm sure they could sit down and write some shit on some paper that's going to be compelling. Wayne has had issues with how many people over the years? I'm just asking you, what have you seen from Wayne?
We don't.
That tells you that he can jump in the ring with Kendrick Lamar. I'm asking, it's like when you see a nigga can fight, or you see, I seen him knock this nigga out before. I seen him tussle with him. He got hands. Or I don't know if he got hands. People are speaking about Wayne like he is not to be fucked with on a verbal exchange side of things in rap, and I don't. I just want to know why. Let me tell you what you can do to your analogy. I've seen niggas shadow box, and you be like, that nigga shit is sharp.
I think that's your question.
I've seen niggas shadow box. I never seen him fight, but I know that nigga hands work, and I know they was fast, and I wouldn't have caught that motherfucking uppercut if that shit was coming at me full speed. I wouldn't have slipped it.
And I know there was a little section, I forget because my memory is bad. There was a little section of Wayne's career where M felt that some of the verses was about him too.
M dissed the shit out of Wayne. On a record with Wayne.
I feel like M and
Wayne ad-libbing.
I feel like M and Wayne have had a silent back and forth, but we're not about to do that today.
They did.
How many people that went back and forth to Wayne kept going at Wayne?
Nobody.
I remember he said shit about
went back and forth with
shit about 50. 50 then went back.
Bullish. He had he has lines here and there. That's my thing.
So you think?
I'm